Hey guys, so today I wanted to talk about Shiver by Maggie Stiefvater, the first book in the Wolves of Mercy Falls trilogy, or the Shiver trilogy, whatever you guys want to call it. So, our two main characters are Sam and Grace. Sam is a boy, obviously. He's probably about 18, and he is a werewolf. When Grace was about 10 years old, she was attacked by a pack of werewolves, and Sam happened to be amongst the pack that was attacking her, and he actually ended up saving her life. Flash forward a few years into the future, when Sam and Grace, due to a whole bunch of circumstances, get to meet both of them in human-like shape. Now Grace, even though she was bitten by the werewolves, she never became a werewolf herself, but she always had this sort of fascination with the werewolves. Ever since her attack, she always watched them, and she watched the Sam werewolf in particularly. She didn't know it was Sam, she just knew it was the werewolf with the yellow eyes that had saved her life. And so when she met Sam in real life, it was like, wow, you're human, you're not just a wolf, you're an actual boy who's actually pretty cute, and we can actually be together. And so that's what this is. This is more of a romantic. It's more about the romance than the fantasy. Yes, it is. So I guess it can be classified as a romantic fantasy because you do have like werewolves and stuff. But it focuses more, for me anyway, it felt like it focused a bit more on the romance as opposed to, the fun werewolfy stuff. I had seen somebody on YouTube compare this book to Twilight, but with werewolves. And that kind of piqued my interest because I'm a huge Twilight fan. But now that I read the first book, it's not the same. I don't know, there's something about it that it's just not the same. I wasn't able to connect with these characters the way I was able to connect with Bella and Edward. Bella Swan. So, unfortunately, this isn't sort of my new favorite love story. Obviously, not everything can be my new favorite, or else I would have just way too many favorites. I think one of the big problems I had was that this book is written, it flips from perspectives. So sometimes you're reading Sam's perspective, sometimes you're reading Grace's perspective. And I actually really like that. So when that's done, it has to be done in a particular way so that you can really connect with the characters. And so unfortunately, I feel like Maggie Stiefvater wasn't able to give Sam and Grace each their distinct voice. I always had to remind myself that, oh, I'm reading Sam right now, or oh, I'm reading Grace. Because sometimes I would get a little bit confused, so I'd have to slow down and be like, wait, who am I reading? It's not, I don't know, there was just something about it that I couldn't connect to. So that was kind of sucky, A few things about the actual book itself, which I really liked, was the cover. I thought the cover was really sweet and pretty, and I liked how, like, the Shiver and stuff were embossed in it. I thought that was pretty cool. And an extra touch that I also noticed that other people had mentioned, but I had never actually seen in real life, was how the ink is actually blue. It's not black ink. It's actually, I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up, but it's actually like blue writing. And I think a lot of those cool little extra details really, I don't know, it just shows something in the author, or not the author, but the publisher and the people who just publish this book. They put those extra little details in. I know some people probably don't care, but I think that's kind of cool. Unfortunately, I say unfortunately, because I wanted to like this book a little bit more than I did, I have to give it 3 stars. 3. And if I knew how to put like the stars, I'd be like 1, 2, 3. But I don't know how to do that, so 3 stars for Shiver by Maggie Stiefvater. I do care enough to read I'm invested enough, so I am curious to see where the story is going to go from here. I liked a lot of the secondary characters more. If you guys have read this book, my personal favorite is Isabel. I just like Isabel a lot more than I like Grace or Sam. And I know we get introduced to new characters in the second book, which I believe is called Linker? See, I don't even know what it's called. I'm only about 50 pages in. I would have been more, in it, but I got sick, so I wasn't able to read as much as I wanted to. I was just, curled up in bed and trying to sleep off my germs. But, yeah, I think that's it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!